This one is the most painful part when having a child with ADHD. I remember having to convince my family members just to watch my daughter for a few hours. You should see the look on their faces.
Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Listen, you guys, it's amazing how every time I come across a mom of a child with special needs and they are talking about their experience, I always feel like they are talking about my experience, even though most of the time the condition that a child has is totally different from what Siposetu has. But I always feel like I get you. I get you, you know. When you have a child with special needs, like things that are normal for other people and decisions that are very easy to make for other people become very, very difficult. So much more goes into the decisions that for other people are very simple to make, listen, it's payday or whatever month end, let's all go to the mall and have a meal. Let's go to the mall and go shopping. For a mom of a child with special needs, like that decision is a very, very difficult decision. It's very difficult to make a decision to take your child with because there's so much to consider, And also, when you leave her behind, even when you know that that is the best decision to do as a mom, like you would be feeling so guilty about it. So people would be seeing you with your other children and they'll be like, where's your child? That is not a right, a nice thing to do to a special needs mom, because so much has gone into her making a decision to actually leave the child behind. And if they have left the child behind, trust me, that is the best decision that they could have made. And so but that doesn't stop them from feeling guilty for making that decision. Sometimes I have to make it, even when we go to the beach, I have to sometimes think, okay, we have to have a day where all of us go to the beach. But the experience that my other two kids are going to have on that day, that all of us are there, because all of us will be focused on accommodating Siposetu, because we can't help it. All of us just will be about, is she comfortable? Can we go to the side of the beach? Can we go here? Is it too noisy? Is it too windy? Is it too hot? Is it whatever? Can the wheelchair get here? Can it not get here? Sometimes I feel like I need another day where I can just take my other kids to the beach and I leave Siposetu behind so that they can get to just have that experience where they can just be going wild and not be worried about what's happening with Siposetu. So when you see me now when you meet me at the beach or at the mall with my other kids and Siposetu is not there and you're like, hi, name Shiele, no Siposetu. It's not a nice thing. So much has gone into me making that decision that today I cannot take her with. Okay. So, and then when I take her with, if I'm in a space where I'm like, no, I can't do this with her, or she can't go here, and then somebody says, but why did you come? Why did you bring her here? So yes, you guys, listen, let me share this TikTok video from this mom that I felt was actually telling my story, even though her child's condition is so different from my child's condition, but I felt like I get her. And whether you're a special needs mom or not, it's always great to, listen to these stories, because you get to understand even people around you. Sometimes you have somebody that that has a child that has, special needs, but you don't know how to, you don't understand them, because you don't understand their journey. And when you don't understand their journey also, you don't understand how to support, so it's a good thing to always listen, so that when you are around people that are raising kids with special needs, you just can be a little bit more understanding. Anyway, you guys, here is a video here. Thank you so much for watching.
This one is the most painful part when having a child with ADHD. I remember having to convince my family members just to watch my daughter for a few hours. You should see the look on their faces. Guys, my daughter is deemed too much to handle, and that brings me a lot of anxiety and fear on when it comes to choosing a school. For now, she's fine at home. But if my own family does not understand the situation, what about someone from the outside, especially if they're not well trained for the particular disorder? Do you understand? So there's this one time one of my sisters asked me that because you're going to a mall, she's also a child, she would love to go to the mall. Why are you leaving her behind? So deep down, I knew that the mall triggers her up, but I wasn't aware of their condition. I knew that I get a different version of my daughter when we get to the malls, when we get to places where there's a lot of lights, a lot of people, chaos and stuff. It was difficult to answer that question because I was taking my other kids to the very same mall. Do you understand? And to be honest with you, I can't even enjoy walking around the mall with my daughter because she does things that I cannot even explain. And worst part, our society is not aware of these situations. Sometimes when you're trying to accommodate your daughter's needs and trying to let them be, because it's a mall, it's a public space, you get funny looks as if you're not a strict mother. You should have told her not to do that. Why are you being controlled by a child? And when you're trying to leave her behind, the people that are supposed to watch her are already off. Ask me how many times I've received texts asking about my whereabouts. Where are you? Are you already on the way? The baby misses you. I know that is not the case. She is too much. And that is why I say that you see this journey is a very isolated journey, because you have no idea how I feel deep inside. All of a sudden, how I can't respond to normal questions all of a sudden because the situation is a bit different this time around. Guys, I think as a mother with a child that has got challenges, you have to go through some sort of therapy yourself.